Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Leigh Phillips. I'm the CEO of SaverLife, and I am really thrilled to be with you all today. Under normal circumstances, we would be with you all in person in Johnstown, but of course these are far from normal circumstances. So we're doing the next best thing, which is getting together in the virtual world for a celebration of what this community has achieved over the last few months. So SaverLife is a nonprofit, and our mission is to help Americans who struggle to save to start saving money and to invest in themselves and their futures. And we do that because we know how important saving is, both to family financial stability and also to communities. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, most American families were living paycheck to paycheck. So just about making their expenses and really not having much left over to save. We also know that over 40% of Americans couldn't cover a $400 expense without going into debt. And that's a big challenge for all of us before the pandemic, and obviously we're in some pretty difficult economic times now. So SaverLife's mission really is to go all across the country and to help people to begin a habit of saving, and to do that by making saving money engaging, rewarding, and fun. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that later in the program. We were brought into the Johnstown community by the Intuit Financial Freedom Foundation. Intuit had selected Johnstown as one of its hubs for the Prosperity Hub model. And in addition to bringing quality jobs to the region, supports for small businesses, they really felt that SaverLife could help make a difference community-wide by encouraging more people to save. So we are here today to celebrate all that we have achieved in the last few months, and it feels good to have some good news right now. There's not much of that to go around these days, so we're so thankful to all of you for joining us. So as we dive in, I'd like to just give a brief overview of who we'll be hearing from today. So Randall, if you could go to that slide, please. So we have a lot of amazing folks joining us today, and these are all partners who really helped make this happen. So we'll be hearing in a few minutes from the Mayor of Johnstown, the Honorable Frank Janakovic. We have a pre-recorded message from your Congressman, Joyce, who was unable to be here in person. Then we'll hear from John Dubnansky, who's the Johnstown Community and Economic Development Director. Breed Love, the Site Director for Concentrix, which is Intuit's employer partner in the region. Mike Letizia, who is the Johnstown Tomahawks head coach. Then we'll also hear from Stacie Shaw, who is the winner of our grand prize competition. And finally, from Ashley Flynn, the director of the Cambria Public Library System. So without further ado, I'd like to invite the Mayor, Mayor Frank Janakovic, to say a few words of welcome. So Mayor, over to you.
Can everyone hear me and see me?
Yes, we can.
Well, thank you first and foremost for inviting me to participate in today's presentation. I would like to, on behalf of the City of Johnstown, thank Intuit and SaverLife for their generous donation to the Cambria County Library. I'm hitting a button here, so bear with me. Basically, I think we've all experienced just recently with COVID the experience of not having enough money in the bank. And I also, as the mayor, also separately, I'm head of a mental health agency throughout the 4-county area. So I've seen the impact of lack of saving on many of our employees and how that's impacted their families and their day-to-day lives that we see out there. I grew up in a Johnstown where my parents and most of the parents here saved before they bought something. They really put money away for that rainy day. I think my grandparents went through the Depression and a few of those things. So some life learning things that we need to re-educate our young people here, and not only in Johnstown, but throughout the area, how important savings is for those rainy days and for the future. So again, on behalf of the City of Johnstown, our region, our area, we welcome SaverLife, thank Intuit for helping our city. We're really moving forward in many areas, and this will be that additional push or plus that we need to move Johnstown forward. So again, thank you on behalf of the city, our residents, and our taxpayers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor. And your team has been so incredibly supportive, and it's been a real honor to be partnering here in your community. So next we have a pre-recorded message from Congressman John Joyce, who wanted to send his best wishes to everyone today.
Hi, this is Congressman John Joyce, and I'm sorry that I can't be with you in person today, but it's great to have the opportunity to participate in an exciting announcement. Intuit and SaverLife have made significant investments in Johnstown, creating jobs and building in our community. They have recognized that Western Pennsylvania is a great place to build a business and become viable neighbors. Today, I want to thank Intuit and SaverLife for their generous contribution to the Cambria County Library. This donation makes a strong difference for the children of Cambria County and will provide great resources and joy for families in Johnstown and across our region. Again, I appreciate Intuit's continuous investment in our community. Congratulations to the Cambria County Library, and I hope to see all of you soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to share a little bit now about what our project was all about and what we've been accomplishing together over the last few months. So I'd like to start by thanking our partners. Obviously, we wouldn't be here today without the support of Intuit and the Financial Freedom Foundation, who made the work in Johnstown possible. I can't say enough about this team's commitment to this region and to their Prosperity Hub project. It's really quite moving to see how much commitment is coming from the Intuit team, and so we're so grateful to be their partner. Then we have the City of Johnstown. Obviously, we just heard from the mayor, and we'll hear again from the city in a few minutes, but really terrific partners in helping us meet who we wanted to meet and get connected on the community, to the community. Then we'll hear from Concentrix. So Concentrix is the employer, the business partner of Intuit, who's been setting up those call centers, helping to create those high quality jobs, being a partner as well in the SaverLife effort. Then we have our partners at the Johnstown Tomahawks. I'll say a little bit more about that later, a super fun partnership for us. And then of course the Cambria County Library. I'd also just like to, of course, thank my team at SaverLife. They have brought so much creativity and hard work and innovation to this project, and it's been a real pleasure for us all to work on this with you. So if we can go to the next slide, I'll tell you a little bit more about what we've been up to. So I did mention in the beginning that at SaverLife, our goal is to make savings rewarding, engaging, and fun, and to help people really start saving. So what we find is that saving money is the kind of thing that everybody wants to do, but most people want to start doing it tomorrow. So how do we really start getting people motivated to start saving today? So what's more fun than winning cash prizes for saving, right? So we have an online platform at SaverLife.org. Anyone can join. In the US, you just have to be over age 18, have an email address, and you start saving weekly, and we reward you with cash prizes and other challenges, as well as a supportive online community. But thanks to the support of Intuit, we were actually able to take a deep dive approach in the community of Johnstown. And this was a really great opportunity for us to learn, how can we use what we typically do, which is online and digital, and combine it with a really strong community partnerships and see how we can make a difference on the local level. So you can see, and if you're in Johnstown, you probably saw a lot of our advertising around town. So we really wanted to let people know that we were there and to start building trust. We had a $20,000 prize pool just for the residents of the Johnstown region. So everyone that signed up from one of those zip codes and saved money was eligible to win prizes from this pool. And that included a $5,000 grand prize story competition. And we'll hear a little bit from the winner of the grand prize later. But what was really important and what made this project so different for us was the strong local partnerships and support. So Concentrix, our employer partner in the region, launched a version of SaverLife for their employees where their savings were actually matched. And our goal there was to offer this as an employer benefit to those folks. And we had more than 20% of people sign up for that, which is about double the rate that we typically see in such a partnership. Then we also had this amazing partnership with the Tomahawks. I was able to learn a little bit about ice hockey. I'm from England. We don't play a lot of ice hockey, but I was able to learn a little bit, and we were able to sponsor the stadium and give $5 sign-up bonus to everyone that came to the games. We were on the Jumbotron, and Coach Mike even recorded an ad for us. He's featured in one of our ads, which far outperformed any of the other ads that we were showing on social media in the region. So this combination of fun, engagement, and really strong community leadership really helped us achieve a great success. And I'll tell you about that on the next slide, please. So here's the impact that we had. We didn't have a specific goal in mind when we came to Johnstown, because frankly, we didn't really know how things were going to go. And I can tell you, I'm so pleasantly surprised that we had more than 3,000 residents sign up, which is a pretty fair number of people in the community, and just shows the commitment that people really had here. Almost half of those folks, 45%, saved more than $500 in 6 months. And that's really what we want to see. So we know that having a $500 emergency fund really makes a big, big difference to people's financial health. And that was the goal that we were really aiming for. Across the board, net savings increased pretty significantly to $211 average net increase in savings. And that might not sound like a lot on the surface, but a lot of people prior to this experience actually have negative savings. So they weren't saving at all, and they were actually spending more than they had coming in. And so to see that kind of increase in a short period of time has been really quite remarkable. And on the next slide, I'm going to share a little bit about how you can help share this success. So it wouldn't be fun if we didn't have a hashtag campaign. So the hashtag is Johnstown Saves. We have some sample tweets and posts there that you can use, and a full suite of social posts at the end. And we can send that out to all participants, and really hope you'll join us in helping spread the word about SaverLife. So now we're going to hear from some of the folks who really made this happen. And as I mentioned, it's been such a community effort and such a pleasure. So we're going to hear from 4 people who are deeply involved in this effort and without whom we would not have seen so much success. So first we'll hear from John Dubnansky, who is from the city of Johnstown. Then from Breed Love from Concentrix, Mike Letizia, the head coach of the Johnstown Tomahawks, and Stacie Shaw, our grand prize winner. So John, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay, very good. Yeah, I want to, once again, I've been part of this wonderful journey with both Intuit and Concentrix from day one. So I know we're going back 4 years now. And that really was a game changer for us here in the area. You know, reality was at that time, you know, we were a town that was struggling, you know, looking for a boost. And, you know, we heard about this opportunity, you know, to work with, you know, partners like Intuit, Convergys at the time, now Concentrix. It was just a game changer for us. And I can't tell you how that's changed and uplifted really the spirits of the area, and the overflow of that, that led to other things within our area. We've had a lot of businesses develop, you know, over the past 12 months here in the area as well. So there's been a lot of things that go above and beyond just the creation of a center for Concentrix here in the area and creating jobs. There's been a lot of change in the overall atmosphere. And really outlook in this area. There used to be a very negative outlook, you know, here in an old steel town, Rust Belt kind of town, and that has changed because of the involvement that we've had with Intuit and Concentrix. And then, you know, lo and behold, they bring to our town SaverLife, you know, and when we talk a town that is one of the highest as far as poverty rates, you know, in the state of Pennsylvania, you know, one of the key issues that a lot of those people have is really the inability to be fiscally responsible and be able to save money. In a lot of cases, you know, based on a household structure, just having that ability to learn how to save and why you save and the reasons behind that, we're really lacking. Those are something I think a lot of folks here from the community standpoint really just took for granted. And what we've learned through this process of working with SaverLife and the time that they've been here in our community is really, you know, what a big issue that's been, but it's been so great to see, you know, the number of people that have signed up through the SaverLife program here locally to take advantage of this opportunity and learn how to save. And as the mayor, you know, talked about, you know, with this pandemic, you know, we've really seen a light shine on that here, not only locally, but really worldwide, on the importance of saving money because you'll have times that you need to have that extra cash in hand, you know, to help pay a rent or you know, buy food or those type of details. So, you know, once again, it's been a great partnership from the beginning. working with Intuit and Concentrix, and so thankful for them to bring SaverLife into the community. Every individual that has been through this town or that we've talked to from all three of those groups have been wonderful for us to work with. It's just been such a pleasure, working with everybody. And here we are, some supportive dollars to help our local library, which is an essential component to our community as well. So we can't be more thankful, to the Intuit, Concentrix, and SaverLife members and everything that you've done for us. And we're really excited about the future. Like I said, this partnership has really changed our atmosphere here locally for the good. And so, like I said, we can't thank you enough, and I'm looking forward to continuing to work together in other initiatives.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? All right. So I am Breed. I am the site director for Concentrix, and honestly, I have to say a proud partner of Intuit and SaverLife. We first learned about SaverLife late last year, and shortly after that, we started working to make this program available to our employees. So before I go further, let me tell you what savings means to me. Saving means to me peace of mind and less stress. So just to share a little story about myself from my younger days, my father always talked about the importance of saving, but I was young and didn't take it seriously. After some life situations, such as a flat tire, missing work, bad brakes on my car, not being able to afford to get it fixed, needing home repairs, just to name a few, I totally get it now. SaverLife has, provided an awesome program that educates people on saving and rewards people on the journey to be prepared for life situations. So just to go back to late last year, when Leigh and Crystal told us about the program, it almost seemed too good to be true. I asked for additional information several times saying, okay, tell me how this program works again. So you're telling me that people that enroll in SaverLife program will be paid an incentive if they save. So it's free money. As you can imagine, we were very excited about this program. The day we rolled this out to our employees, I was stopped everywhere I went in the site. I was stopped in the cafeteria, in the lobby, in the training room, and even the bathroom with questions about SaverLife. There was and continues to be a ton of momentum with this program. One of the things I would like to highlight as an employer is that when we opened our doors in 2017, we started to understand some of the challenges of our employees. And one of the big challenges was money management. Many of our employees did not know what to pay first when they received their paychecks. To help address this, we worked with a local organization and a financial planner to come talk to our employees on things such as what to pay first, how to budget. But honestly, we were missing one fundamental piece, and that piece was saving. SaverLife has allowed us to be able to provide a complete portfolio to our employees on money management. Just to share some quotes from some of our employees. First quote, I love SaverLife. LOL, I've been telling everyone and anyone to sign up for it. I never could save money until I started using it. And actually there was a race to 500. I want to say it was last month, and this employee actually won the race to 500. So she's super excited. Another quote, I never understood the importance and power of saving until I started this program with SaverLife. Another quote, I wanted to buy a new car and I never thought I could do it until I started saving, and that started with SaverLife. And last quote, saving with SaverLife has helped me tremendously. Before SaverLife, I never had a savings, and when emergencies happened, I never had the money for it, but today I do, and I have less stress because of it. One thing I would like to do is I would like to encourage other employers to take advantage of SaverLife and offer it to their employees. Since offering SaverLife, we have seen an increase in employee morale and loyalty. If you're familiar with the word attrition, our attrition has decreased as well because of this. These types of programs show your employees that you care about them. It's a unique program that is not offered everywhere, so it sets you apart from the competition. In addition to this, we see employees missing time from work and having disruptions in their life due to life situations like a flat tire or their hot water heater went out. And unfortunately, many of them don't have the money for these situations. This program will help your employees have a better peace of mind once they see the program working, and they'll thank the employer for it. And not to mention, as an employer, you'll get better attendance from your employees. So thanks for letting me share my SaverLife experience with you all. Next up, You will hear from Mike Letizia, who is the head coach of the Johnstown Tomahawks hockey team.
Thanks, Breed. Yeah, like everybody's been saying, being able to have a partnership with SaverLife is just something fantastic that the Tomahawks organization has been thrilled to be a part of. We've been able to advertise SaverLife throughout the arena, social media, print documentation, and for us, we have a unique platform with our fan base at the First Summit Arena at the Cambria County War Memorial. We can, reach so many fans of all ages and backgrounds, as well as our players' ability to have an outreach within this community. And by doing so and educating our fan base, as well as their families and friends about what SaverLife can do for them, we are giving back. And one of the biggest things that our ownership group in Johnstown preaches is that when our players are here, our staff, we have to give back to the community that gives us so much. We are blessed to be one of the top attended teams in the entire North American Hockey League every season, and that just shows the passion that the Johnstown community has for our hockey team. And as pillars of the community, we want to make sure that we are giving back to every single person who gives so much to us. So by partnering with SaverLife and presenting this opportunity for our fan base and beyond, to put a little bit more money in their pocket to help them save, especially during these times. It allows them to obviously feel comfortable that they can have the financial wherewithal to invest back into our team and come and enjoy hockey and come and enjoy our games. So it's a fantastic partnership both ways. And, for me personally, our family 2 years ago got a real quick wake-up call and just how important financial can be. I touched a little bit about it in my presentation, a little while ago that Leigh spoke about. My wife was diagnosed with breast cancer in the summer of 2018, and she was only 31 years old, and it was something that you never, ever imagined happened. We just had our son a year before. He just turned 1. I have 2 children. And when that happened, life changed in a blink of an eye. And financially, things became a lot more difficult. And there's a lot more expenses that add up really, really fast with medical bills and traveling to doctor's appointments and everything like that. And during that tough time, our Tomahawk fan base and the entire Johnstown community gave us so much support and help in so many different ways. It was probably one of the most touching moments of my life during one of the most difficult battles of my entire life with my wife and our kids. So thank God, things are heading in a better direction now. But through that whole ordeal, I felt that in my heart as a coach of this hockey team and a member of this community that it was something that I would never stop doing and trying to give back and help those who helped us so much. So having an opportunity to partner with SaverLife and potentially have the ability to positively impact and help this community, I would do anything I could to do that for everything that they gave me at the time and continue to give our team and our organization. So from the bottom of my heart, I am very thankful to Leigh and SaverLife for our fantastic partnership and hoping a growing partnership to help not only the Tomahawks fan base, but the entire Johnstown community. I couldn't be more thankful for that. And with that, it is my absolute honor and pleasure to introduce the winner of the Johnstown Saving Story competition, the grand prize winner, Stacie Shaw.
And we'll bring Stacie in just a moment.
Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me.
We can hear you.
Okay, good. I found out about SaverLife when the local news was doing a story about SaverLife offering Johnstown residents money to set aside to start a savings account at a Johnstown Tomahawk game. And I'm so glad I did, because being able to save money and to start a secure nest egg for college for my daughter has made a huge impact on my family. Because now that I've actually been able to save this money, the dream is becoming a reality. And my daughter can start applying confidently to colleges and for grants and scholarships and such. Saving money for me right now means that I can afford to help my daughter with the cost of college that she will incur for books, supplies, living in a dorm, transportation, and so forth, as well as her basic needs. But most importantly, I can help her without her having to worry about and stress over bills instead of her studies. And so I started a college fund for my daughter with the money I won. And I'd like to thank everyone at SaverLife and their generous sponsors for a most exciting and awesome opportunity. So thank you, SaverLife team, and my congratulations to the Johnstown Cambria County Library.
Thank you so much, Stacie.
Thank you.
So I'm very moved at all the comments that I just heard. It's really incredible, and I think it really speaks to two things. First is the impact that setting money aside has on families and individuals, and I think we've heard that from John and Breed and Mike and Stacie. But secondly, one thing that's really clear is that this is a very strong community that really looks out for each other and supports each other. And when we first came to Johnstown and met some community members before we launched the program, we were really struck at how much community really did mean to people. And what we heard was that folks would be not just motivated to save money for themselves, but also if their community benefited in some way, that would also be really inspiring. So we launched a community challenge, and the community challenge was, if the community saved at least $15,000, we would match that dollar for dollar and make a contribution to a local cause. And so without further ado, we are here to present that check today. If we can go to the next slide, please. Here it is. We would normally be handing this over in person, but we're doing the next best thing. So the Cambria County Library System was selected as the recipient of the $15,000 grant. And on behalf of SaverLife and the Intuit Financial Freedom Foundation, we're so thrilled to be able to give this donation. But really, this donation came from the community, because it's because the community saved that money and hit those targets that we're able to provide this matching grant. So congratulations to everybody. And now I'm going to ask Ashley Flynn to tell us a little bit about the plans that the library has for this contribution.
Sure, thanks so much. So first of all, I just want to thank all of the partners in this program, as well as everyone in our community who has always been so supportive of us, but through this program really generated a large amount of funding for us to do something special. And this donation represents something that's well outside of our normal operating expenditures. We would not be able to accomplish the project we have in mind without this very generous donation that's coming right now. And this is going to go particularly to our children's area, most specifically our very popular playroom. It's one of the most well-loved areas of our library, and as a result, it's one of the most well-worn areas of the library too, so it's definitely overdue for some upgrades. And what we'll be looking for whenever we purchase this new equipment is trying to be really deliberate and intentional and choosing items that are going to enrich and stimulate the visits of the kids who are coming in. As I mentioned, it's extremely popular. We have kids of all different ages coming in with families and with different workers or folks in their lives who are helping them get a variety of different things through their visit in the playroom. We're also going to choose items that are easy to clean and sanitize. Of course, that's something that's been on our mind lately with the pandemic. So we think that it's going to absolutely elevate the experience that all of our patrons have when they use that room. And it's going to really bring a positive impact to our overall community. So we appreciate this so much more than I would be able to say during this brief presentation, but we can't wait for you to come in and check it out. So we hope you'll be in to see us soon. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Ashley. So, I'll just close by saying a few words. Obviously, we're in a time of unprecedented turmoil and difficulty and uncertainty right now. And we don't want to be in this place again, you know, that this is an opportunity for us to rebuild and in the future, hopefully ensure that everyone has the stability they need, the financial stability they need to make it through an emergency, whether or not that's a medical emergency or a flat tire, or in this case, unfortunately, a huge pandemic, or to make investments in people's selves and in their futures. So being able to send your kid to college or buy that first home. And that's really what we're all about here at SaverLife. So I will close in saying that our work does not end here. We didn't come and invest all this time and energy and resources to say, okay, it's been 6 months, we're done. Anyone in Johnstown can join SaverLife. Just go to saverlife.org to sign up. It's completely free, it's completely safe, and we are giving away prizes and rewards for saving every week. We introduce new challenges all the time, but we also have a lot of supportive resources on the site right now to help people get through COVID-19. So if you could continue to share about SaverLife within the community, we have a lot of great things there to help. And if you could also share about today on social media, that would be great too. So I'll just end by thanking everyone so much. Thank you to Intuit for hosting this today. Thank you to the SaverLife team for putting this together. Thank you to our speakers for your really remarkable comments. But most of all, thank you to everyone for helping. So thank you.